I'm surprised my teeth ain't falling out of my head with all these breath mints that I'm eating. Day number 8, folks. It is day number 8 of no cigarettes. Joining me today, Jellico.
What's up?
Hey man, appreciate you accompanying me on this.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem at all, man. This is what we've been doing. This is what we've been doing.
We got work to do. Jellico's got the notes out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Staying busy. Staying busy.
Well, folks, what we're getting ready to go do right now is a little sketch. We're getting ready to go meet with a new person who could potentially be a part of the TV show, After Prison Show, that we're trying to put together, featuring a slew of new individuals, their stories and their efforts and journey to try to succeed after prison. This person that we're getting ready to go meet today is a new individual, and I want to call this person, you know, probably a very scary individual, to say the least. As I was getting to know this person over the phone, I realized that I knew of this person. I don't know them, but I knew of this person because back in the day, their story of what they did was, you know, very notorious, very talked about in the little circle that I ran around in, the little thug life for life, a bunch of dudes not doing too good at all. You know, you definitely heard about this guy's story. He had a home invasion. It was him and his brother. It all stemmed behind drugs, I think robbing some sort of a drug dealer. And this guy served a lot of time in prison because of this and these crazy charges that he received. I think he served 14 years in prison. His brother, he tells me, is serving a life sentence. So we're getting ready to go meet with this guy, this scary type of an individual who's been home now for 2 years and has been struggling after prison. And one big reason why he's been struggling is because of addiction. I've got no idea who this guy is that we're getting ready to meet. I've only been talking with this guy via text and on the phone. And this could potentially be a candidate for everything that we're trying to do with this show idea for After Prison Show. So let's go see what we got.
Let's go see what we got.
So we're getting close to getting ready to meet with this new individual. And where we are right now is back out Joe's old stomping grounds.
The hood.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the hood. And what's crazy about this is, you know, when I used to be out this area, I used to be up to absolutely no good. And it's just crazy to come back to an area like this after so long when that's what you know of that area. You used to be up to no good out there. And to be out here now for completely different purposes, and ultimately to try to help somebody, to allow somebody to share their story and to see what, if anything, After Prison Show can do in an effort to help that person and motivate them to want to do better for themselves. But again, I can't emphasize enough, you know, we are meeting quite a bit of new people. Jellico is talking to a lot of people, and we're really trying to get this little show idea off of the ground. You know, I've been having some really crazy business ideas as of late. This is one, and I don't even want to say that this is a business idea because I don't see this as being anything profitable. I do see this as being something really good. So let's just say I've been having a lot of ideas lately, and we ain't wasting no time trying to put those ideas together. Hence the fact, getting ready to go meet this guy that we have no idea who he is, what he even looks like, only what we've learned about him from being on the phone with him, and also that this dude has a pretty crazy background as well. So I'm excited. I don't know about you. You excited?
Yeah. Yeehaw.
Let's go. All right. So we just got done going and meeting with the first individual that's potentially going to be a part of this documentary slash reality show slash TV show, that After Prison Show that we are putting together. There probably was a much shorter way to be able to say all of that, but we just got done meeting with that individual. We even got to do some filming with that individual, and I'm not going to tell you what I thought about that situation just yet. I want to let this guy tell you what he thought.
Real. In every aspect of what we deal with. It was very real. I don't know any other way to put it. The struggles that people go through, re-entering into society, and just wholeheartedly, you know, the truth of the matter. It's just the truth.
Sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I mean,
pulls on the heartstrings.
Yeah, man, it's just a lot. You know, some people don't have family to go to, or have the halfway house, or just some. It's not allotted to the government and to the system, and it's just some people just don't have it, and then you have to figure it out yourself, and it weighs on people. The time, the record, the license, the transportation, the work, and it's just so real and so honest. this is awesome. I'm glad that we're doing this. I really am.
Do you think the first person is going to be a good fit for this show?
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
The prime candidate for something like this.
Well, I couldn't have said it no better myself, and what we're doing is we're kind of like filming the behind the scenes of this. We met with this first individual, had no idea how that was going to go. Could have been a very scary situation because it just could have been a very scary situation. This dude has done some very real and violent things in his life, but it went very well. And this person is a potential candidate for this show. So potentially when we get the show together, which is going to be very soon because, you know, we got an idea today and tomorrow we're doing it. I haven't even told y'all about the bounce houses yet. Damn. So with all of that, Cody is super excited about the project as well.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to go meet with somebody else as well. And we got no idea what this person's story really is. We know a little bit about it, but we don't know who this person is, and we don't know if they're gonna be a good fit. One thing that I gotta tell you is with the fact that we are gonna be meeting a lot of new people, not everybody is gonna be a good fit.
No, and I think maybe some people we might be able to feature, but because they do have not bad stories, but not the type of stories that we're looking for in the season. But there are definitely people that have a story to tell, and that's no doubt. It won't be wasted footage. I don't believe it'll be wasted footage. I do believe we'll see it somewhere because some of the stories are very intriguing. Very intriguing. Some of the successes and some of the failures and stuff like that. I mean, it's just all real, you know, and I'm glad we're doing it. These prison stories is, I mean, After Prison Show, this is, you know, what I signed on for, you know.
Well, good way to word it right there. Also, real quick, look, we got the drone equipment back out. We got the Phantom 4 charging up. There she be right there. And that's gonna help us with this project because anytime you're shooting a reality show or a documentary, if you've ever watched one on Netflix or any one on Netflix, you gotta have a drone. Do you not?
Yeah, or a helicopter.
Boy, no! Let's go get us a helicopter. All right, so we're getting ready to go meet with another person who potentially could be a fit for the show. And then we're gonna go meet with another person. We're meeting with 3 different people today. The show is gonna consist of 3 individuals. And what their struggle is, what their story is, and where and will they make it after prison. And everybody has just so much more depth to their individual story also. I can't really go too far into that, but let's go meet with this person who we have no idea much about except for the notes that we have on this individual. And they're living in a hotel?
Yes.
Oh, this will be good.
You know the call? Yee! You! Let's go! Oh man, in the back? Oh man. We can get shot.
Well, I guess we can park right back here. So it's the next day after our first day of putting in all of this work, going to meet what ended up being 3 different people who were pretty confident that we're casting in the show that we're putting together and this first season of the show. And after all of these individuals that we met yesterday, Jellicoe, what are your thoughts on how you think we did in terms of, you know, a cast for this first season?
Oh man, the different personalities and the different topics that we touched base on, man, it touched the whole spectrum of probation, re-entry, time, everything, man. Just a lot of different aspects, man. So we're really getting the real feel of, you know, how things are, you know, either good nor bad.
Yeah, and trust me when I tell you, we got plenty of bad. When you think about guys who are coming home after prison, there is plenty of bad, and it almost seems like every story that we run across, every person that we meet, the story gets even more crazy. Just when you think you can't hear anything more crazy, trust me, when you guys see this thing that we're putting together, this TV show, After Prison Show, we need a title for this thing. If you guys got any ideas of what we should call this, let us know. Comment down below, give us some ideas, because all this is gonna be about is 3 individuals per season, 4 to 5 episodes per season of what their life was like and what led them to prison, what prison was like for them, and where they are now after prison, and will they make it? You know, that's the premise of everything that we're trying to put together right now, and it's my hope, with as much work as we put into this yesterday, and as much work as we are gonna continue to put into this thing, that we're gonna be bringing you guys this show very soon. And very soon you're gonna see just how much we put into this. And hopefully, this is gonna be something that you guys are really proud to be a part of. Hopeful that today is gonna be as productive as yesterday was. And I'm gonna tell you right now, before long, it might even be as early as the next time that we hit the record button on this thing, I'm gonna have that sweater tied around my shoulders like a real deal producer. Cut, 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 cut. Look, I'm not feeling that at all. I need you to really make me feel like I'm right there with you stuffing that tobacco up your ass in prison.
Oh yeah, I know, right? That's pretty intense. Some of the stories, man, is intense. And even probation today, man, I was with the guys doing orientation, and there's a bunch of guys who just came home, and we got another cast right there, and just the 5 individuals whose number I got.
Boy, no, we got that. Hey, we got that crabbing boat. I'm trying to tell you, my daddy. We got that fishing boat, and it's all about where you lay them pops at. Where you lay the pops at determines entirely what you're gonna catch and contract. Contract, that's what you do with an STD, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we are leaving from this place, a hotel. And what's surprising about this hotel is in a very, very nice area. I did not know that there were, well, I should have known. I mean, there's seedy hotels everywhere, and this is most certainly a seedy hotel. And what I thought was a really nice area, I could be completely wrong though. It looks like the
cops.
The cops. We're just waiting to get pulled over. I mean, when we were at the hotel, we had to wait on the individual that we were over there to film. He needed a couple of minutes when we showed up. We showed up on time, but you know, it goes without saying that this guy is up to no good, and he has no problem admitting the fact that he's up to no good. Does he want to change? Is he going to change? You know, that's something that we're hopeful is going to happen, but ultimately, you know, will it happen? Only time will tell. What did you think of that?
Sometimes people are just severely unaware of
how bad off they are?
Yeah, or their situation, or they've become accustomed to it and they're okay with it. Some people are just oblivion to
the reality.
The reality of the law, or just reality. And I mean, I remember being there though, so I mean, it's not like.
And we're not here to judge.
No,
you know,
not at all. Not at all. That's
We're definitely here to just chronicle. That's what the whole point of this is. Chronicle. You can't help nobody who doesn't want to help themselves. You can lead a horse to water, all that good stuff. But the shock factor with this, I think, is really high, especially with this particular story. It's an uneasy feeling, though, going over to this situation and knowing that that is the type of stuff that is taking place. Active drug use. You know, and it's what you got to do. You know, there's reporters that go into war zones, and that's basically what we're doing. We're reporting from the front lines of addiction. I just really can't wait to share all of this with you guys. We're getting ready to go meet with another individual, another person that we've cast on this show. And this story, you know, it's from one extreme to another, because this guy's story is just as crazy as this one that we're dealing with right here. And, you know, I do apologize that we can't tell you guys exactly what's going on, but I will start dropping little snippets here and there of these individuals that you're getting ready to meet. And that's going to be coming very soon. All right. Leaving from meeting with the second individual who we're working with, we're going to be meeting with one more person today as well, but that's neither here nor there, and that's not for a little while. Today we've been gathering more, I guess, in-depth of individuals and their stories. Angelica, we have definitely heard some crazy stuff today.
Yeah, man, that's pretty funny and pretty wild, but inevitably not far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? These are things that happen, and you know.
Yeah. Very, very good. It's been like an type of a day. It's been dragging. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought Jellico was about to fall asleep in there.
I almost did. It was just sitting in the chair, man. I gotta keep it moving. I'm not used to, Yeah, sitting down.
Sitting around and listening to people talk all day.
Yeah, it's not my
But it's okay. This beginning, we got to get this. This is what we call like the initial introduction. Well, next week, we're going to be taking almost a week hiatus from this because I'm getting ready to be gone. I'm going out of town. But when I get back, we are hitting the ground running. And especially in relation to one individual where it goes trying to help with work. Another thing that is needed is transportation. Another thing that is needed is sobriety. There's definitely some sobriety that is needed or with some of these certain individuals. Something else I want to mention just for the sake of mentioning this is I want to just share with you guys real quick where we are. Okay, I'll share it right now. This is where we are. And there's a perfect example right there. That guy standing right there because I think I saw him earlier. So we're in the hood a little bit. Okay, we're close to the hood. And one thing about this, I mentioned this before, like I haven't been here since I was doing no good. But one thing about this is like, man, there's just constantly people who are just walking around going nowhere. And I don't mean like nowhere in life, they just really ain't got nowhere to be or doing nothing. It's almost like being in like a zombie apocalypse. I wanted to throw that out there. That's how it feels. It's crazy to say it like that, but it's the truth. You think about a person who's coming home and wanting to stand a chance of making it, people, places, and things, you know, it plays a big role into that. We are in a city right now where, for some, there were not a lot of work opportunities, Jellico.
No, there's not, man. They're few and far between. I actually lived in Portsmouth temporarily at almost like a halfway house, man. Trying to save my butt from getting time before I had to turn myself in. And
now hiring, cookout.
There you go. But yeah, it's just tough, man. I mean, believe me, it's everybody who doesn't have records has got all the jobs. I mean, and then because it's hard to get by in this part of town, and it's just the bus runs pretty frequently here, but everything like at 8 o'clock, this whole area shuts down. Like there's nothing but that Wawa open. Nothing is open.
And it turns into a whole different.
And it turns into a whole different. I wouldn't even go to that Lowe's. They probably wouldn't have anything I needed because there was people too busy taking it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, one thing about it, we're out here working. We are on the grind, capturing so much and so many different stories that we are definitely excited and looking forward to being able to share with you guys.
I'm telling you, man, when I lost my job, man, it felt, man, I ain't gonna lie, dude, I was gonna eat a gun, dude, for real. For real, I ain't gonna lie. When I'm sitting there and everybody in that apartment's looking at me, man, it's like, what the fuck? I mean, it's either that or I go back to doing illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make money. You know what I'm saying? That's what, like, sitting here with empty pockets, it just doesn't feel right to me, man. I know everybody in Portsmouth. You know, everyone that's in the underworld, to get a pound of pot right now on the front, you know what I'm saying, and sell it. I can get a pound of fucking weed on the front for about $1,500. You know what I'm saying? I can make money, but I don't want to go back to prison, man. It's just not what the fuck I want.
Just narrowly. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that I've narrowly escaped probably going back to prison longer than I did the first time. You know, that was when me and my wife, when I met her, funny story, she was in jail, and a couple of girls that were there met her in there that knew her, and was like, hey, I need you to go out and find a guy named Richie. And they were talking about, you know, what a great guy I was, you know. She finally came up, met me, and a week later we were married. Funny story, I had about 3 sheets of acid on me. We were eating acid left and right, tripping. We've been married now 2 years, so we're going on 2 years. She was 25, I was 44, you know. Now she's 27, I'm still have 45, you know, her birthday's coming up, but I mean, she's my best friend. It's awesome. I couldn't even believe it, how much older I am than her, but how, you know, mature she is. But she's actually got mental issues. She's diagnosed split personality, so she's got about 6 of them. I mean, legitimate, different people. You know, thank God they all like me, except for the one last night when we got into a fight.
Having to completely change my thought process and my actions 100% from what I've always known and done, trying to do the right thing and be a regular citizen and conduct or a positive member of society, it almost seems like an impossibility just because I don't know how to act towards all that.